What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the second album by American country music duo Florida Georgia Line. Based on this particular project is called Anything Goes, and it came out in the fall of 2014. Then these hit type appeals, this is the follow-up to Here's to the Good Times, and the deluxe edition of Here's to the Good Times. I think it's called the deluxe edition that came out in late 2013 was called Let the Good Times Roll or something like that within those type pitches. But yeah, within those particular type fares, some banging typeness. Particularly, I want to say that Here's to the Good Times got to at least 4 singles plus an additional 2 or so singles from the plus an additional 5th single from the This Is How We Roll expansion within those particular type products. Now, I am going to review the 2013 version of that album within these aspects. I am going to review the 2013 version of that particular album down the road as far as these pitch albums, but I wanted to get to this one within these type first. Now, I briefly remember this particular product pitch like that. I did fuck with it in the initial type products of it, so these type pitches, at least the first 3 products by Florida Georgia Line pitch like that. Some excellent type fairs getting towards here. It's another classic for them. I do go way back with Florida Georgia Line as far as these pitch kind of happen within the excellence kind of it. It's the pitch as far as being able to say here, some type aspects within the banging typeness getting towards it. Yeah, particularly. Definitely some ballistic kind of country rock and pitch like that amongst some of these type of ordeals. Now, only factor about it is the breakout type appeal of Cruise within these type pitches. It's had some real banner type appeal, but I think within the aspect, I question like the fare of what folks had the particular facet of thinking about them, because usually within some type aspects, I don't know if they're seen as like a full-blown one-hit wonder, but it's kind of the pitch that it's just the variety that Cruise was a surprise. Just the variety that Cruise was a surprise breakout hit out of those particular times of 2013 as far as the specific emphasis within the pitch first and some banging typeness getting towards it with the aspects as far as saying now it's not the particular product within country type music. Usually these breakout type appeals usually happen within the aspect like the viciousness. This did get to the 5th single, had a series of multiple top 5 singles in the country airplay and the hot country songs charts pitch like that, so this was nowhere shy of like a particular aspect of like not being a success within these type pitches. 5 singles pitch like that hit type appeals. They basically went from about the summer of 2012 into like the fall of 2015 with the promotion of their first 3 albums pitched like that. So they had some good nice fares, good excellent pitches here within these products, but it's just kind of the capital typeness, and it's just more the fare that it was just the aspect that it just felt like Here's to the Good Times made a little bit more commonplace type noise in terms of like the casual kind of commercial type appeal, but that's that's irrelevant I'd say within these type pitches, because the banner type appeal, they had some aspects good pitch like that. So the aspect is pretty social festive type album, good pitch like that, plenty of festivities kind of get towards on here. Some of these type pitches amongst it kind of has the hit type variety as far as saying these aspects, the bonfire type songs, the campfire type songs, the pitches like that, some type ones, the aspects of like these particular tones, the tailgate type songs, the particular pop off type ones, the outback type tunes, hillside type ones, pitch like that, plenty of these type varieties and get towards emotion. Pretty festive type album with the pitch as far as saying just the product. You get some bar hop type songs in here, which you get some bar hop type songs on here, which is some good type pitches as far as these fairs I'm paying attention, like the aspect kind of it. So it has the prolific typeness. So it's kind of like not. I think I remember looking this album up on like Rate Your Music and pitch like that, and it had said that particularly either Here's the Good Times or Here's to the Good Times, This Is How We Roll pitch like that was particular bro country and pitch like that, and it's kind of fair amongst this. It has some good nice bops like the social kind of occasioning pitch like that. Definitely take gal out and some of these stuff. There's like a good brown to some of these type spells pitch like that, but this has the aspect of like particular within the fraternized type tones as far as this is some pull aside here, kind of within the social convene amongst it, so it's kind of fair as far as in this the aspect like the commotion of just the aspect of gathered romance as far as these fits come, which the excellent type pitches getting towards that. So within pitch for us, I'm paying attention towards here. Yeah, classic, easy enough within these type pitches, just like the previous. Here's the good times within pitch like that. It's another good staple out of those particular times. It's some further type pitches bolsters it with pretty with bolsters it with excellent fare as far as these pitch comes. So within the pitch far as saying, yeah, the product amongst this, the last time I touched base with Florida Georgia Line was in the winter of 2025. Feels like that wasn't too long ago, but within the fare of how many reviews I've done, I've probably done like 600, 700 reviews, over 700, probably over 750 reviews, maybe even 800 since February 2025. Something within that relative type variety of pitch like that. It feels more like it's been like 2.5 years, something like that within the frame. But this pitch as far as so some banging typeness. We got to talk about these singles here within some type pitches. The aspect kind of amongst it here. Definitely 5 singles lasted from the summer of 2014 to the fall of 2015. So excellent type pitch. This was no shy of it. This is definitely a good staple amongst the country type fare. The last time the Wikipedia touched base with this album, as far as like the sales of this album, it said it at least went platinum, pitch like that. So some excellent type of deals. Not, it's kind of within pitch that album's going platinum within some type fairs, unless it's like the huge mainstay type one. It's not a super complex. So some good excellent fairs saying that they did have that particular mainstay typeness. But I want to say that Here's the Good Times and I want to say that Here's the Good Times at least went double platinum, something like that, maybe even triple platinum nowadays. Then the fair amongst like Here's the Good Times that then Here's the Good Times, This Is How We Roll probably went, some had some good sales amongst the well platinum, something like that, good nice pitch. But the fair as far as saying good nice fairs, it's a dirt, nice single here, pitch like that, lead, or yeah. It's a dirt nice single here with these type pitches. Lead single out the particular second album rollout. As far as these pitches, have an excellent typeness, like a vintage kind of 2000s kind of post-hour country to get like some new eras here. As far as these pitches going to have them just appreciate like the Parkside and Hills. As far as these pitches going to have excellent type pitches, get some late lunch going pitches like that. So within the fair, within the country type aspect, as far as paying attention like the variety, as far as talking about lunch, probably past having lunch like 6:30, 7 o'clock p.m. pitch like that within Sunset Phrase. As far as like the aspect, just the sunset dip type things, pitch like that Sunset Phrase, get some jerky in your system, fairs like that, some of these type varieties. Good, excellent, typical kind of orange skies type glare pitch like that. Just some of those vintage type ones out of those particular days pitch like that. Just takes it back to like some harsh type days by Carrie Underwood and pitches like that. Some type phrase amongst the aspect. Good, nice fairs amongst it. Some of those type ones. Funny, a good vintage kind of throwback 2000s country and pitch like that. But yeah, definitely get some Jack Links going since the pitch. Just nice snacks and goodies since the fairs. Missed the pitch and just laxing with gals since the pitch and laxing with folks. Laxing with gal, laxing with folks, and at least I pitched amongst it. Appreciate like the neighborhood type fair pitch like that. It's good. Good reliever of a time since the pitch is Tibble type aspects, banging type nest. Sundays the hitting type one. This is it's a real excellent breezy type one here. Get towards these pitches. This definitely reminds like Bruno Mars from like the Lazy Song type by Sons type pitch. This feels like this probably could have been. It's like a pretty good relative replacement to Cruise pitch like that. It's like a good peppy kind of frolic sequel to Cruise, I'd say here. Just some more Sundays like a good peppy kind of frolic sequel to Cruise, I'd say here. Just more of a local more of a local type strut, I'd say, pitch like that. Just kind of B-days, sunset products amongst the birthdays, sunset baskets within tones, good, nice, busy kind of frog pitch like that. Just busy like a gas station, sunset fair is just a hot type day, hot type song pitch like that, sunset fair. So kind of missed the pitch. Just one of those, just definitely very joshy and busy pitch like that. Sun's excellent type ordeals. Just kind of some of those type of occasions within outdoor birthday type fair pitch like that. Sunset fair is like, hey, I'm gonna go chunk the juice real quick, go pick up like a good round of like some Fantas or some pitch like that. Sunset fairs or get like a round of some Budweiser. Sunset pitch amongst the good fairs, amongst some of these type of appeals, pitches like that amongst some of these type aspects. Definite good bowling alley type music. Get like some light kind of lunchtime hour type nachos pitch like that. Just good. Nice particular kind of springtime and summer type ball and pitch like that, sunset type peels. Sipping on fires and ice one as well as like a stellar grazing and some period kind of get towards here. Just a steely kind of pull aside, I say, touch base with Diva Sundays to pitch. Just some slushies kind of have pitch like that. Just some recent type fair pitches like that. This is kind of like a mini type stretcher pitch like this, and type aspects, but kind of within the fair, just porch type music pitch like this. So it's kind of fair, just kicking back like with like some raspberry or grape slushies, strawberry type ones pitch like that. Sunset type peels. It's kind of aspect as far as saying it's the recent type product is something stupid. That's kind of the recent stupidity of it, or just kind of just things within the goings on. Sunset pitches amongst it. It's an interesting way of putting it, pitch like that, sunset fairs, most of the aspects as far as these fairs come. So within the pitch, as far as staying paying attention towards the ear, just excellent type products could pitch like that. A nice back type song pitch like that, sunset appeals. Anything goes, good fourth single here. This is the title track off the album pitch like that. It's like an excellent kind of new era, get your shine on sunset pitches, also within the particular product of tunes like Round Here and pitch like that. This good tailgate and shindig type song since the pitch amongst it. This good pop off can get started with. This crunk type bop within these pitches. So it's the variety. Yeah, this one within a particular aspect. This is the talk about get your shine on pitch like that. That was a good bang kind of follow up. I want to say that was at least a song that hit #1 within sunset pitches from what I remember on like the country charts, as well as a good nice pitch. They got to like a string of those within those aspects. That's particularly like. It's a good quality kind of sound off type one for like the pitch or like the goings on with what particularly kind of happened within those pitches, like collect for like some occasioning pitch like that, some stuff appeals. Tib will kind of get some Budweisers going and the jokes crack some of these pitches within the aspects as far as these pitches. Next type pitches, yeah, definite crunk bop pitch like that. Yeah, it's kind of within the pitch. Some of these type ones within the pitches as far as like these fairs gonna happen is just the aspect. looking into like the singles and promotion sounds, a little bit more wayside within these type pitches. I was kind of paying attention towards it here within the aspect for the fair is going to happen. Sundays is a hit type one within like the aspect like the hit type feel, but it's kind of pitched as far as saying that the only thing within this particular album type fair is it's kind of more wayside from like the product to like it just feels like the anchor like this particular feel. It has like the aspects like the frosty, but in terms of like something that's kind of this is seemingly not as splashy within these type contexts, which is not a problem within these type pitch. That's still going to get a 10 out of 10, but it's just a pitch for us saying within the aspect like the knockout type punch, the KO type punch, the knockout type punch songs like Get Your Shine On, Cruise, and stuff. Once was good accent products here. Good accent products here as far as the pitch can happen. They didn't run out of tricks whatsoever. Good pitch like that. Confessions hitting type 1 as well. Fifth single. It's like a nice amidst like some makeshift stretch and the hit song Confession, some nice amidst some makeshift stretch as far as these pairs can have them get usuals done, pairs like that, since the pitches get towards the product of it, just pick up like some yogurt, pretzels, pairs like that, good nice pitches for like Diva and Mine pitch like that, since the pairs just unbent lots, step within these pitches, so this kind of product is the usual type report twos, pitch like that, since type aspects within the tone of just like keeping things steadfast within these type pitch amongst the aspect of just like to get it done, so like the pairs like the leftover type product or just like the crossover and the pairs like that, as far as the pairs can have them just getting done with like the product of the dredge science of aspects. So it's kind of pitched as far as saying paying attention towards here, but yeah, just some pick me ups, fairs like that, definitely within these products, just particular things like scones, some yogurt, pretzels, thin mints, and stuff products within aspect, just keeping like the product of it, just not getting too lost like the blase. And that's this album has pretty good fare amongst that. The makeshift is kind of present on here. Some of these type ones, like within the aspect of leftover type varieties within the pitch of like particular songs like Dirt and Sipping on Fire, so these type ones in pitch like that. But it's the fair as far as saying Confessions, one of these type ones that has the product of yep, got some shit to take care of, pitch like that, but still within the product, it doesn't. It's not too detractive within these type pitch. I think that's the word detract. I don't know. Doesn't detract is full bound within these aspects. Kind of keeps things candid within the aspect. Plenty of tear up touch songs on here, pitch like that. The tear up is pretty present on here, pitches like that. So it's within the variety as far as saying paying attention towards it, just getting towards the aspect. I mean, you're definitely going to get some beers and Hennessy in your system, pitch like that. Since there is plenty of Budweiser, plenty of like Milwaukee's and pitches like that, definitely within the variety. But it's this kind of pitch as far as saying just pay attention to the product, definitely keep things centered with the aspect. The health checks in there for Diva, since the pitch amongst kind of variety, just make sure that things are in the straightened type aspect pitches like that, the realigned, just airtight as far as these pitches can happen, just kind of probably get some salads thrown in there for Diva pitch like that, since this kind of pitch as far as that hit type appeal. You could use some donuts pitch like that, so hit type aspects on these pitches, but paying attention towards it. So the rest of this album, been Sunny Step pitches, 12 songs off here. There is a deluxe edition, which I'll get to down the road. Sunny Step pitches, I'd say within these aspects, there's actually an expanded edition that has some acoustic songs on here as well, so I think I'll just review that one with the additional few songs. So they look interesting as far as these friends going to happen. Dance for Me, That's What's Up, and Girl on the Radio as far as these friends going to happen. So paying attention towards it, we'll return to this album in the future as far as these friends going to have banging type. And it's too bad they didn't have an additional single but pitch like that. They had been around for a while, 3 albums within those pitches within the pump out between 2012 almost 2016, but fairs like that. Some banging type one. Definite banging type 1. So Angels, the hitting type 1 here is like a brushy and concentrated spell to kind of get towards here. Just traffic and some come throughs, pitch like that. Smoke a spell within the in-between type fashions, whether there's some car sit type smokes or just out in the freight, usually with fairs like that. Just some phone hollows, things type pitch amongst it. It's kind of some fog kind of within those aspects. It's kind of within that gulag type fashion amidst the fray. It just kind of like compromised the moment pitch like that. And that's not to say within those aspects of like a spell, just like bullshit within those type fairs, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying paying attention towards it, where you just have to focus since the fairs get towards it. Just errand type day that has to be taken care of since that pitch amongst it. Just come through for gals since that pitch amongst it. Get some smokes in your system and head towards it. Definitely some good phone post up, just being like, hey, just gonna get this done, we'll get it taken care of. Good pitch like that, sense that fairs, but just to miss the fray of it, good pitch like that. Like You Ain't Even Gone to hitting type 1 as well as like a great break. Like You Ain't Even Gone to hitting type 1, real catchy type song pitch like that. It's like a great break free primer to get and work a day, get crunk as far as these pairs got. Very hooky pitch like that. Just some town weave kind of get towards the kind of the pitch as far as saying some of these type 1s. This one's pretty similar within these type pitches to like particular kind of Smoke. Some of these type pairs pitch like that, Smoke, and I'd probably say like Smoke and Smile, some of that pitch amongst it's kind of the aspect of this. Some of those type phrases just kind of missed the pitch. This is like contemporary type country. It's like contemporary type country as far as these pairs I'm getting towards the product. It just like the mode, it just like alright, shit's taken care of, sends to pitches, figuring out the aspects like these next type fairs, then pitch like that. It's good, nice jostle, sends to pitches like, yep, it's time to pick up like a box of beer, sends to fairs, figure out the modes, get some drops going, pitch like that, haul it, some folks figure out the next type aspects, town weave within the sunny side tones, neighborhood type stress, pitch like that. Good excellent pop-off sends to pitches. Bumping the nites to hitting type 1 within these aspects as well as like an excellent kind of sun peer and reflect to kind of get towards pitch like that. Just miss like some spare moments, I'd say, in like the occasion fairs like that. It's kind of a porch type tune. Miss like the aspect like the lyric type fair. It feels more like spare type moments within the occasion pitch like that. Sends that phrase that just kind of going out to the porch type fair, just having like a drink sit. Sends that pitch amongst the fairs like that's kind of the fair. Then the product of it just kind of cooling, more cooling type moments pitch like that. Just kind of get to the product of. Get towards the product to release and pitch like that amongst instant deals. So pitch for saying this is a good particular oasis from like the carnage type freight, just a little bit more set aside pitch like that hit type feels. Smokes the hitting type ones like a good routine kind of rush hour type flip mode. Get towards here pitch like that, just typical kind of yeps and fairs like that. Just yep, the typical type yeps, and you better believe it's pitched like that, but just kind of chipper within aspects like that. Keep in within the aspect like the steadfastness, just getting the grin and bear its fairs like that. Just the muscling through pitch like that. Just favorite type runs get towards sensitive pitches, hit up some Walmarts pitch like that. Just get like some late lunch going sensitive pitches, kind of similar to like dirt, just more within the pitch of disc, more within the aspect like the transit type fairs pitch like that. Kind of feels like a mixtape type song in a country type sense. Those banging typeness kind of getting towards some of those dap piff type ones. Feels like one of those dap piff type varieties that you'd have within those type pitches, where it's just the product of getting towards some of these type shits pitched like that, but it's kind of fair, just like the leftover type vibes of the makeshift in the report too, as far as this first happens. So just kind of some of those type ones takes it back to like 2011, the Cobra Starship type days and the Meek Mill type days. Some stuff folks in pitch like that. It's kind of the aspect of like that EDM type break free type release fairs like that excellent type pitch, but just in a country type sense. So good nice pitches there. Good products amongst it. Just Walmart type run, pick up some fairs for Galsons and pitch amongst a good pitch like that. Thin Mint, Sunny Step Fairs pitch like this. A hit type price these pitch. I don't know if I talk about Smile, but it's a hitting type one. Smile's a nice hit song. Smile's some nice fair. Smile's like a bang kind of dance bar and a few rounds type bop kind of. The hit song Smile's like a bang kind of dance bar and a few rounds type bop to get towards here within these products and crunk. That was some crunk out type fairs pitch like that. Just run up the bay tab, sense of pitch amongst it. Some do tells, definitely getting towards the product. You don't say sense that price amongst it. It's very interesting pitch like that. Just kind of fairs that just kind of being not so much full bound giving cheap, but just kind of bright, just having drinks in your system fairs like that. Getting the gal tab ran out since the pitch, is seeing how funny within the particular type fairs going to happen within like the sloshness within diva POVs and pitch like that. Sense affairs within aspect first affairs going to have just on top of that Sunny type fries. So like particular throwing the salads and the waters in there on top of that Sunny type pitches. Just extra type products pitch like that Sunny type peels. Figure out the next most on top of it. Also within pitch for us in the good nice product within Sunny type pitch here, but also the products for us Sunny type fairs on top of that, possibly hitting up a park later since I pitched within product, just getting towards like the aspect of like to some good nice price, but also the pitch of like throwing some further type products of just extended kind of night and day type fair like stargazing suns to pitches fairs like that. Excellent type pitches amongst it, but yeah, just definite good scene embellished, but just for a few rounded spells, but kind of the pitch, just questioning the fair. Usually within the fair, when you pay attention to like going out for lunch and dinner, since the pitch within the aspect like Wingstop places like that, then the fair being there for 4.5 or 5.5 hours pitch like that. So it's kind of fair, just some extracurricular type things on top of that since the pitches once the wings are eating fairs like that. Good goods a hitting type one. I think this is one last ones I haven't talked about here. Good goods like a nice residential frolic to get. Just 7-Up and barbecue lace. Sense type pitch is good. Josh around here. Sense type aspects. Court diva spell get good dance jig kind of going. Sense type pitch within the fray. Just some good sunlight kind of get towards. This is vintage kind of Florida Georgia line here as far as these pitch. I'm definitely like songs like Cruise and Round Here and Sense type one's pitch like this. So this hit type right as far as this is going to happen. Just good aspect within the tone. Just getting like good. Getting like a good sparky and splashy kind of 7-Up pitch like that. A couple of these. Get cherry 7-Up for Diva since the pitch amongst the barbecue lays definitely in your system. Yeah, just definite good joshing song fairs like that. It's kind of probably 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 within like the snare type effect. Not as horribly sharp as nails within these type pitch, but it's kind of aspect. This still more within the Josh type aspect, more so than like a flame type aspect pitch like that. But it's kind of fair. far as the first guy, just appreciate like the sunlight first like this. This nice light lick typeness pitch like that. I think there's one more last one I haven't talked about on here, pitch like that. That would be every night as far as these first guy. Every night's like a miss some demon time kind of pop off to get towards here. Just bonfire kind of primer I'd say, and definitely it's lit type song I'd say within these pitches. Get some what you needs going just kind of within pitch. Get some Bailey's Irish definitely in folk system, diva system, so it's a pitch amongst a very GG type song pitch like that. So this is just some of that necessary type excitement from back in those particular days, the 2010s type pop-up pitch like that, Sunny Step Prize for us like the pitch and just getting towards like a bonfire, Sunny Step pitch and figuring out the modes alike, how the crunks kind of get towards happening, Sunny Step pitch, just real get the chirps going, Sunny Step pitch, figure out the product, just hauling that, folks, figuring out the party favors that are necessary. Definitely some pitches. Diva gets some Bailey's Irish, sends the pitches. Good, nice candidates, some scones on top of that. Good pitch amongst things that phrase. And get towards the product. So within these type of aspects, pros and pairs, gonna have them getting towards the aspect here. Towards the aspect here. So 10 out of 10 albums, sends their products amongst it. Social Score will get a 10 out of 10 as well. 5 singles, lasted for 18 months within promotional type run, sends the pitches. Multiple kind of top 5 singles on the country charts. All of these did particularly chart as well on like the Billboard 100. All 5 of these singles, so it's good, nice pitches. They were at least top 60 singles on there, so it's pitched like that. So it's pretty excellent, banging type ordeals. Definitely welcome type years for this particular album as far as this pitch album, which is excellent within those prices. So paying attention towards this. So Florida Georgia line, we're 3 for 3 within these albums as far as these pitches can happen. Now they're kind of seeing the critical reception is a little bit different from the casual reception. That's typical of how those fairs going to happen within some stuff pitches, at least most senses. In certain senses, certain folks like Adele or Kendrick or like Andre 3000 or Andre 3000, some of those type of folks kind of have differential type of appeals with some of those iconics. But the pitch for us saying is capital type appeal, paying attention towards it within these type pitches. So paying attention to the product here, definitely good ballistic type pop-up pitch like that, Sunny Step phrase. So yeah, within the pitch, classic type album pitch like that, Social Score would get a 10 as well. Just being able to say the pop-off type songs, Sunny Step ones, the tailgate and the bonfire type songs, Sunny Step collects, the Porsche type songs, pretty festive type pretty festive type weaving, some aspects like the neighborhood type weaves on top of that. Visit like a bowling alley, just get some gas station runs in between like birthday parties and fairs like that. Some type of aspects within the tone, like some fairs. There's good, nice products, some fizz that's kind of on here. It has commercial fizz, but it's just kind of pitched just in terms of like not having an anchor. But other than that, it's pretty it's pretty aspected in capital as far as these fizz go. It's just the pitch for us saying plenty of these type phrases. Just the makeshift type tunes kind of get towards the loud pack pitch like that. Just the phrase, just juggling like that particular pair and get towards the aspect. A pretty consistent type content. Now, it's not as if it doesn't have focus on here. It does have some of those type ones for some concentration affairs like that, but it's kind of pitchy. Just get that handle, and it's kind of pitch that once, for the most part, that's taken care of. It's pretty clean, steadfast type weaving within these type pitch for like the crunk factor. And that's pitched like that. Get the favors gun. Get the favors rope for gallon pitch like that. Since that fair's pitch like that, just come through easy, good. Come through easy and clean, good fits like that as far as these press guys, excellent type pitches. So in terms of the future, like Florida Georgia line, in terms of these type pitches, they actually have not been around since 2020, 2021, early 2020 as far as these pitch guys. So I do question where they went with the Sunny Step pitches. We're definitely going to have to get them back in the fray as far as these pitch guys, because they've dropped consistent classics pitch like that. So it's the hit type appeal. Hopefully these products do bounce back and like the fray pitch like that, but it's an easy kind of dynamite staple.